Just kidding. So we were supposed to have an author come on our show today and talk about his book. Instead of 7 p.m. So we were both wrong. No super big deal, but we're here now. Well, I'm here now. And additionally, he's pushing it to tomorrow. So we'll have that for you tomorrow. Today, I thought I would just do some training, some quick training on AdWords, Google Ads. Sorry, still, I don't know when. Eventually, I'll remember that. So, pay-per-click management is an essential form of digital marketing that. So, if you have SEO, you can send organic search traffic to your site natively. People are searching for what is on your site. If say you want to get traffic to your site anyways to the point that you're willing to pay for it, you have an event going on, it's a services website, you have a product on your website that you're trying to sell, whatever the case is, pardon me, you can drive traffic to your website for specific keywords. The SEO and like paid advertising are kind of supposed to work hand in hand, but if you have both, that's optimal. So we're just going to kind of give you a crash course in it today. It's not going to be a super long podcast because, sorry, author wound up having other stuff to do. It happens. So managing AdWords boils down to a couple things. Basically, you're going to want to have your list of keywords. And I don't mean like 1,000 keywords. Like there's Walmart needs that many keywords. Amazon needs that many keywords. Like most small, medium, and even large companies don't service that much industry, like that much real estate as far as keywords are concerned. There's really not a reason. So AdWords uses, so you have a campaign, and you have ad groups, and then you have keywords. The groups are what you're going to target people with. Now, you can use negative keywords for these groups. You can use negative keywords for the campaigns, but a lot of people just use negative keywords. I'm pretty sure the best way to use the negative keywords is for the whole campaign. Like if you're not say your company is customers would be paying a premium because you're not just a lawn service technician, you are the best lawn service technician. You don't really want people that aren't willing to spend or that are looking for the cheapest option. You don't really want them clicking on your ads because they're going to see it. They're going to see, your site's designed really well. Everything's set up correctly. Or worse, they go to book an appointment with you and you're like, okay, that's going to be $1,000 for your, yard for the month, or $1,000 per week we cut it. They're going to go, well, I only wanted to pay $350. So we can cut that out, right there. Negative keywords for, cheap prices, rentals. Say if somebody's cutting or if somebody's looking for somebody to cut a tree, or versus they want to do it themselves. If they want to do it themselves, they'll probably be looking for heavy equipment, grinders, chainsaw, pole saw, stuff like that. So you want to, add rentals to the negative keywords list. And we're just going to I'm going to get more and more granular over the episodes, but next week's supposed to be, I'm going to show you all how to set up AdWords. Like I'm going to go through with a client who's not going to be named, and I'm going to set up his campaign, and I'm going to show you all how to do it. That also for AdWords groups, it's really neat because you can target certain audiences, and you can, kind of, it's worth it to kind of stereotype here, because so say you're searching for a lawyer that is, at least 40 something. So keywords, or I'm sorry, AdWords will let you search for their demographics. They're probably married. A lot of lawyers, the majority of the lawyers that I know are married. They've also been divorced too. That has anything to do with anything? It doesn't, but they live, usually in a higher income area, higher income zip code. Their age doesn't really necessarily matter. And I'm pretty sure that I read somewhere, and this is I read this. This is a fact. The rest of those are true. Those are pretty common demographics for lawyers. But I read somewhere that like the vast majority of lawyers are white. I did also read that 51% of lawyers are women, or 54%, and like 48% or 46% or whatever are men. And I read somewhere else that said the exact opposite. So it's research pays, and that's one of the nice things about AdWords. It explicitly tells you who is clicking on, or if it's unknown and they don't know, but it tells you who is clicking on your ads. So if you start running a campaign about an industry you've never done, that's why it's important to work with a niche. That's why it's important to work with a niche, because then you already know that sort of thing going in. You already know about those lawyers you're trying to market to, or those 65 and older community that you're trying to market to for, services. That, like, here's a freebie, like, what is it, the 18 to 24? Kids don't have money. And those are kids. They got money for food, they got money for alcohol, and they got money for whatever else, kids are wasting money on. If you're in the services industry, or, food service, like if that's your niche, then, it's kind of hard to pinpoint it. Actually, food service, that would be probably one of the few that, 18 to 24 is pretty worthwhile to target. But anyways, so performance metrics. I'm going to give you the lowdown and dirty about performance metrics. Conversion rates. That's the only one that matters. And bounce rate. Yeah. How long somebody stays on your website, that's important. How many conversions you get, that's important. Everything else, no, not important at all. Now, is it important for you as like an AdWords manager to know? Yes. Is it important to explain to your client? No. Unless you're explaining that it doesn't matter. Conversions matter. Conversions are what puts food on the table in this business. If your website doesn't convert, if you make websites that don't convert, if that's and I know one guy that's his thing. His entire career was, it doesn't matter that was like when he introduced himself to, people he was not selling websites to. It doesn't matter if the website, sells anything ever. I was like, you're going to charge thousands of dollars to build a website that doesn't do anything. Like Yelp does that, but Yelp has ads and Yelp will connect you to a business, but it's just a directory. Anyways, don't be that guy. A/B testing is, this is not about that. We'll get to that later. Anyways, take away conversion rates. That's the metrics that matter. Also, you can set up, and this is the last main point, you can do manual or automated bidding. If you don't have a big budget to spend on AdWords, and some people don't, like I don't spend a whole lot on my AdWords campaign. I just don't. But also, I do kind of specialize in making, smaller companies budget, like stretching the dollar. Like, yes, I can. If you have a big budget, like with me, that's gonna go really well for you. If you don't, I'll make it work. That's what I do. But manual bidding, say, keywords, depending on the time of day, depending on all of the factors, automated, bids are going to cost you more. It's going to be, whatever but if you set it to manual bidding, saves you money, and you're going to get fewer results. I mean, you obviously have to find the appropriate threshold of where you're still getting conversions, and leave it right above there. But otherwise, that's a game changer. That saves money. I wanted to speak a little bit on what is it? Oh, maximize clicks. Some industries I'm to understand that it's not for us. It doesn't. I mainly work with chiropractors, but the maximize clicks, I hear that's well worth trying. Try that on for a month. See how that goes for you. All right. That's it. This has been Lions Life Business Coaching. We're kind of trying to throw something together at the last minute. We'll be on again tomorrow for the interview with GS Jerry. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow us on Facebook, follow us on LinkedIn. Go to our website and fill out a form. Just kidding. But we do audits. Our website is also currently under construction again, but for real this time. And I'm never changing it again after that. It's going to be done. I'm going to lock it. I'm going to back it up. I'm going to make all the permissions read only, even for me. And that's it. So if I mess something up with the grammar, it's immortalized forever. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's been real, and take care, everyone.